Your revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your December 2021 horoscope. And we are kicking off the month of December on the 2nd with the Moon and Mars in Scorpio. They're going to be canoodling and making a trine to Neptune, which is in Pisces at the moment. So this is a very intuitive, psychic day, and we're probably going to feel the energies leading up to it. And Gemini, this is if you have your sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Gemini, you will most likely get information coming to you through your intuition. So really pay attention to it. Pay attention to your dreams. Also, pay attention to what drives your emotions to be able to express yourself in a really authentic way. And you may even find that some information comes in that you just get triggered emotionally, or you have to support a friend or a loved one as they're working through something as well. This is affecting your 6th house, which is about your health, your daily routines, your coworkers. It's rituals that we do on a regular basis. Think of it like hygiene, if you will. And so here in this 6th house, there may be something health related. Now, this could be mental health, this could be emotional health. It's not just physical that may show up for you or someone else. And it may drive you, especially if you work in, say, the health and fitness industry, it may drive you to do something that allows others to feel safe with you, that allows others to seek out your expertise. And so I feel like this is a great time for you to get really anchored into more of who you are and being able to express it. But like I say, really pay attention to your dreams, your intuition, and your psychic hits, and then be willing to share them. It's great for those of you who might be, say, in the alternative medicine fields or maybe the metaphysical world, those of you who might do similar things that I'm doing as far as giving energetic reading. Now we have a new moon solar eclipse on December 4th. So the weekend, the first weekend of the month, we're kicking it off. And it's the last eclipse in your sign in Sagittarius. And this is at 12 degrees Sagittarius. It's a new moon in Sag, so opposite your sign. This is affecting that 7th house. This is being a new moon can set things up for you to take on, say, a new way in which you are connecting, expressing, and being with a partnership, a marriage, a beloved, something that, and someone in which you are relating to on a really more concrete, tangible basis. Now, this could be some of you Geminis who are experiencing, say, separation, divorce, ending a relationship, that this could have some finalization to it and then allow you to feel as though you can finally move forward. New realizations about patterns that you've outgrown can show up around this time. It may be before, it could be after. Usually we feel eclipses pretty intensely. And with this being the last one in your sign or opposite your sign, but it is affecting you more than anyone else, is that you'll be really paying attention to the patterns that show up, that give you a chance to be able to, like I say, do something different, choose differently, themes around belief systems, around information and knowledge that you have. How can you actually share it with others? And how can you use it as a way to deepen the bonds that you may have with a particular partnership? Now, some of you Geminis who are single, this is a great time to mingle, a great time to get yourself out into the dating world if you haven't already. And if you've been dating somebody for a little bit, this is the time where you may transition the relationship out of the casualness and into something more that looks like a partnership. And you've identified, this is my person. Now, those of you who are bonded, you Geminis, this can also be a time where you start to feel more in alignment, on the same page as your beloved, and that if there have been a particular subject matter or an issue that you just haven't been able to agree upon, then now you can find some agreement and that you can start to move forward. And if not, it's time to let the relationship go, because your values and the things that mean the most to you may not line up, and it's time for you to really let that go so you can move forward. There's a few of you Geminis who are stuck in a pattern, and this is a time for you to really be able to put it aside and to start healing from the past. And I mention the past because we have Venus in shadow, she'll retrograde at the middle of the month, and then she'll make this canoodling to Pluto a couple of times throughout the month of December and into January. And with Venus retrograding, she has a tendency to bring things from our past with relationships and finances. And then with this canoodling that's going to happen first on the 10th or 11th of December, depending on where we are in the world, this affecting your 8th house. This tells me that there's an intimate relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It could just be a relationship that you bonded with somebody and that you had a chance to really, show up and you thought that you were on the same page and the same values, and that may have shifted, or maybe you need to go deeper. And so here's some ways in which the past can come back and remind you, one, either this is what we need to do to go deeper together and become the power couple that we are, or to ramp up our power. Maybe there's an inheritance here that gives the resource that you need in order to do great things in the world together as a couple. Or it may also be that if you're single, there's a past relationship that needs cleaning up, that needs to have a clear understanding so that you can have the power to be able to say, I'm free from that particular issue. Now, there's a few of you Geminis who are single who lost a relationship, even if it was, say, a year ago, that it may come back for deeper healing, to be transformed and to reconnect in a new way. Mars enters Sagittarius December 13th. Mercury enters Capricorn the same day, further emphasizing your 7th and 8th houses. This is telling me that truth prevails, that when it comes to the freedom that you want in your relationships, the seriousness that you want to take things, you're going to be really clear. This is how I want to move forward in my life, in relationship, and in the people that I partner with. It could also be groups. Now, one thing that 7th house does have an indication, and with Mars entering Sagittarius here in that 7th house, I feel a few of you Geminis will be considering relocation or something about someone, discussions, especially with Mercury moving into Capricorn, making some plans about someone moving in or you moving to them. And so this is a chance also for deepening in relationship and taking things very seriously. And you're going to be looking at, how do we share our resources? How do we combine the things in our lives that really enhance our relationship and allow us to feel like we're ready to take things to the next level? Venus does retrograde on the 19th, as I mentioned, and it's a full moon in Sagittarius that day. So your 7th and 1st houses are further activated, and 8th house Venus here, she's also going to bring, like I say, that deeper healing for the past, and it's going to be very active during her retrograde motion for the rest of December and into January. Now, we also have the winter solstice on December 21st as the sun moves into Capricorn, letting you be energized and thinking more seriously about what you're accomplishing with the things you value most in your life. Maybe looking for the resources, maybe looking for ways in which you can deepen the bond around the things that give you meaning, the people in your life, the way in which it gets reflected to you. Also, maybe looking at your budget, looking at your finances, what you're investing in, and saying, okay, how can I make what I've invested in, and this could be people as well, but your resources, how can I make it more abundant for myself? How can I solidify it and use it in a way that helps me to get to that next level? December 25th is Christmas, and the 26th, we've got Venus retrograde officially and canoodling with Pluto, further emphasizing this 8th house where deep, profound healing of past relationships, as I've mentioned, is coming back. Maybe there's money that shows up so that you can give the gifts that you're looking for to, maybe there's an estranged relationship, and now you have the resources to be able to say, look at the success that I have in my life, and I want to share it with you. It could also be where some of you may be looking at it from a inheritance standpoint of, this is the legacy that I want to leave behind, and so I'm going to start putting into place the patterns in my life that show the power I have. And now with Venus, in that retrograde motion, doing that really deep personal work, you're able to pull in first, check in with your values, see if they still line up. And when they do, when you use that beautiful Pluto energy to face the shadow and integrate it and use it as a tool versus a weapon, now you can find success and you can share it with those that you feel really intimate with and that you feel safe enough to be vulnerable. Jupiter re-enters Pisces at the end of the month on the 29th, and Mercury will canoodle with Venus and Pluto at this time. And this is going to activate your 10th house with Jupiter. And then, of course, your 8th house is still emphasized, making this beautiful sextile. And I feel as though at the end of the month, you'll be able to start the new calendar year having a lot of great hope, faith, vision, and healing. Do, Gemini, please pay attention to your intuition during this time, because whatever shows up, if you take action, it will start to manifest. So be very conscious, be very aware, and just remember, especially because you're the sign that deals with communication and connection and words and information, that our words create worlds. So when you're looking at, say, New Year's resolutions, or you're looking at things that you want to manifest in the bigger picture in your life, really speak it out loud, but be conscious about it, because I swear to you, it's going to manifest. All right, Gemini, I really hope this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and come find me at jamiedawn.com. I look forward to connecting with you. Have such a great month.